Okay, now I'm going to analyze a game that I've won, but of course it is interesting because yeah, it was closed for a very long time. It is a Dutch. It is a Scotch Gambit. I think. No, remember. I'm not sure how it's called. Yeah. Okay, now see that I after the Scotch I don't take the pawn here, but I go with bishop c4, then knight e5, e5, d5, that's standard, then bishop b5, knight e4, that's theory, knight d4, bishop d7, now bc6 is a common, bishop c6. Now I play bishop e3. Okay, after knight d4, bd7. This is the most common move. Now I play bishop e3, although the most common move in this position is actually castle, bishop c5, and then either f3 or bishop e3. No, f3 is actually more common, knight g5, and then f4, knight e4, and then now bishop e3, bishop b6, knight d2, knight d2, queen d2, c5, knight f3, d4. Okay, that's the main variant, but I think well, no, I'm not sure now of knight d4. Now that's yeah, bishop d7. Okay, but bishop e3, I think it actually works. It's pretty annoying this game that enough now it's that it. Why is it worse? Okay, bishop e3, because after bishop c5 and castle, well, what's actually wrong with this? No, because after bishop e3, black has queen e7, okay, f3, knight knight c5. Generally, there seems does it really make that big of a difference? If white plays f4, finish 4, and then king d2. It actually is very bad for white. But the question is why can't white play just g3? Well, that's yes, that is an annoying check. And yes, I don't think that's any doubt that black actually looks better. Now I don't in this position. I don't want to play bishop e3 because there is a queen e7, and I don't know how to defend then. Well, after castle, the queen e7 is it doesn't work because of course a castle. So just in this position I should castle, but well, I for some reason I don't. I don't. I Well, of course, okay, but because there are some other situation where you have to play bishop e3. Now this is not one of this position. That's why this is a tricky opening. So bishop, but okay, let's go on with the flow. Bishop e7. Now after I do get a chance to cancel, and then the game is equal again. c5. Now nb3 would be the engine choice, but I think ne2 is this pretty much is just as good. Well, the engine doesn't think so, because yeah, there is d4, and then bishop c1. Okay, actually then that I remember that I was kind of embarrassed here. Now after d4, now what's wrong about bishop f4? Apparently I don't see it. Why just I can get bishop f4? Well, it doesn't lose. Bishop c6. No, it just castle e3. Okay, I understand, because of the bishop, because of this. This is not a. Okay, but it doesn't. It's still equal. So actually, after bishop c6, well, doesn't make a lot similar to difference. So bishop c6. Okay, just remember that this. Let's write down. This is much better. But not making nothing impressive here. So just the game is still some c3, rb8, yes, queen c2, and castle. Well, b3 is a proposal of the engine, of course, to but n2 isn't impressively bad. I'm not sure if I've made this engine analyze I submitted this game for analysis. I think let me see what as I say after summit game. Summit game. Okay, there are several positions that are near. Okay, I'll be back after it has finished analyze this position that are missing. Okay, let's go back to the game. I'm back after making the analyze the cloud. So after knight d2 f5, well, f3 is preferred by the cloud now. What is knight f4? Knight c4 look good. Well, it doesn't seem actually. Well, is a f3 actually that better? But not really. Let's have a look. F3, bishop g5, bishop f. Well, okay, that doesn't. It just seems average to me. Bishop g5, bishop b4, knight d2 h6 doesn't. Okay, well, just remember. Let's just remember this as an idea. Okay, after knight f4, queen d7 is played, rook a d1, good choice, and g5. Oh, and then white seems to get an advantage. Knight f4, f3, now that is interesting. Knight d5, bishop d5, c4. Now that's interesting. Yeah, definitely not. So let's see. Knight d5, bishop take d5, c4, c6, and then cd5, cd5, queen takes e4. Well, that's interesting to say the least. d4, bc1. Okay, let's check it. Bishop d5, g5, take, take. That would be. Well, yes, is white is a pawn up. Yes, that's true. Better is this one, so that's the is actually, yes, the main variant. So let's look, c4, c6, cd5, cd5, queen e4. Let's move it a little on the right. Is it then relevant that after bishop e5, that's the way it goes down? That okay, no, it's just a pawn up. Yeah, interesting. Shimona e2. Well, that's a bad move. That's a bad move. And I remember that why is that the move that I think, yes, I didn't like it all. RFI, yes. Okay, and of course now after that, white is just a pawn down. Now there is no way to prevent. There's no way we can avoid losing that pawn. Well, that's true. Yes, I don't think there are many options. So, but that's even worse. What is can do e6? That would be somewhat better. Queen e6 before queen d7. Okay, whatever. Still a pawn down, so it doesn't seem and. Okay, let's see. That's right. Okay, then rook after rook e5. Now there is yes b3, queen f5, still black, and g3, queen g6, and now queen e2. Yes, there are not really good moves. Oh, you see the position is better. Black is better, and should have won this game. Well, of course, if he hadn't made mistakes later on, but well, no, that's not how chess works. So. Now the move queen e2 is better. F3 is bad. It's bad. And black would go e3, queen g6, a6, gf3. Well, okay, it doesn't seem obvious to me. Really, I don't like to investigate this line. But let's see anyway what happens after f3. There are better moves, queen e2, but it doesn't seem still lost. Now f8 is a mistake and allows, how do they say, black white back into the game. f3 and now is equal again. Why? Because after f3 the e3. Oh, okay, yes, because even if black has a pawn more positionally, the pawn structure is pretty a mess. Now let's try back f3. It just allows me to take that pawn. It just should have you should have taken it. Now after e3, yes, queen g6, h6, g3. Well, I have some trouble seeing here why black is here so much better. Now let's see, queen gc, gf3, bishop f. Well, it's just positionally stronger. Okay. And after this, bishop e3, not a super impressive move, but the answer from black isn't that terrific either. Okay, what was c4? Well, okay, still suboptimal, but I don't. Now it's kind of Okay, I see this as a this is a better variant. Right is equal. Or do this, but still isn't. It's really kind of an equal position where black has a pawn more, but white just very drawish now. Very drawish. No, don't want to. Oh, come on. Okay, rook f1. Bishop d7, quick. Well, okay. Still, now black could be better. Well, black doesn't seem to play the best move, but what if play queen c7? What actually happened? Queen g1, queen f6. So, well, there is not a clear win for black here either. Okay, but after queen f7, queen g1, bc g3, queen g3. Well, white is now somewhat better. I not analyzed. I think is white is now better somewhat. Why? That's queen. h4. What about queen f2? Well, that's not a big difference actually. But this h4 idea is interesting. Okay, that's well, of course, that's definitely an interesting idea. Queen d6, queen g4, bishop d7. Okay, that's really complex. Queen d6. Why would you want to do that? Oh, okay, because they would want to try and get the queen out of their system. e7, queen g4. Yes, there is no way you can black. So h4 yes, black white would get already an advantage because of course there's the pin here, and that's completely very annoying. Well, queen f2 is decent anyway. Queen f7 and bishop c5. Yeah, and still black still drops a pawn, not the central pawn, and now from material point of view, article queen takes, king takes, h6. Now, okay, king e3, king f7, g3. Still reasonable. Well, there's not a really difference. King f6, g4. Oh, okay, that was better move. Bishop f8. Okay, that's an idea that you have later on. It's true that bishop f. Okay, let's wait for it to stop and analyze and see. Confirms bishop f8, h5, bishop d4. Well, is that really that? Bishop before, then with the idea of going bishop e5. Don't know, doesn't seem that great. Bishop, okay. h5 d4, h5 bb4, king e6. Bishop a5, king d6, king d4, bishop e7, bishop d2, c5. Okay. Well, that is it. King e6, king d6. But okay, is that really good for white? Well, I don't. Hardly to win in practice. Hard to win in practice. Okay, let's after g4, king g6, a3. Well, equal. King f6 now. Now suddenly is bishop f8. Yes, it's also good, but bishop d4 is even better. Also queen g6. White that even. And b5. And okay, and now black drops a pawn. Because I think if white goes, black goes here, he still drops. Black still loses a pawn. Bishop e4, so e7, yeah, the same. E5, d7, but it still cannot prevent b7. Bishop b7, bishop g7. Sorry. Okay, it's just now from bishop. Okay, let's make some, and let's make another. Okay, let's see. You see, the ideas. So black cannot prevent both. So after bishop f8, actually, is interested. Black has this possibility. a5 and bishop d7. I understand. Now that's a good tactics. Not that easy to see but probably the only way to save that to keep material balance after after if after yeah after this move, after bishop f8. No, or not. Actually, king g6 is still reasonable. So let's wait. Isn't going to be the first choice by the engine. King g6. Well, why doesn't then h5 work? Why does why is it worse in the end? Well, let's wait to finish the analysis and the proposal from Komodo. Yeah, because h5, ga5, dd7, and what? Probably, yeah. It's of course you have a free pawn. h6 that is quicker than the other pawns. So gh5. Okay, let's go gh5, bb7. Okay, of course, king f4. Okay, still, of course, that's bishop a3, h6. Okay, yes. Why is this a pawn down and one very strong one? Okay, and bishop e8. Well, bishop e8, of course, seems well. No, isn't really because h6. Then, okay, bishop g6 and bishop g7. Yeah, white is a pawn up, and black is somewhat awkward here. Okay. Okay. Okay, after king g7 6 is the best move for black. Bishop e7 is good. h5 and bishop d8. Yes, that's how the game was played. hg4, hg4, bd7, doesn't make any bg7, and in the end, after the dust is settled, white is a pawn up. And how they say, the rest is a matter of technique. Now I cannot say that I really saw that coming. So, but after this, the situation is let's finish the game. So bishop g6, c6, a3, king f7, bishop d8, king g6, b4, bishop d7, king e4, bishop g4. Now, okay, now white is a crashing advantage. And it doesn't drop it and doesn't. Okay, there are some setbacks, but in the reality, the game by now is over. No, black cannot save this, and resigns. Yeah. So that's a reasonable win. The game that I got some disadvantage at the beginning, but in the end I played the end game maybe somewhat better than my opponent, and turned out, and I won this game. Yes, some win, some lose. Okay, and we'll see what happens in the next game. Thank you for watching.